Seems like these little fuzzy dice, rubber dice, whatever you want to call them, are all the rage these days. But the cost of these to buy, often getting like $4 to $5 per a piece for these is crazy. They come in different sizes, different brands, but they all have one thing in common. They're pretty darn expensive. Come in all kinds of different colors, shapes, sizes. But I tell you what, I'm just not about spending $5 on something that could easily get picked off by a bluegill or a perch, or I don't hook it right. I don't know. I think you can make these for a whole lot easier. So let me tell you what I did. We're going to do a little challenge here. I'm going to try to make my own. I'm going to go out and try to catch a fish on them this weekend. So it's Friday night. I ordered this these little sewing needle kits from Amazon for a couple bucks. I think less than $5. For the less than cost of one dice, or this. Link down in the description if you want to grab some of these off Amazon, super cheap. And then basically I scrubbed through my box of jigs and other things, and there was enough things of like, broken jigs and falling apart skirts and things like that in my box, spending 5 minutes, that I could find enough skirt material. I mean, even like old roached out frogs with no weights that are all torn and piked out. Look at, there's plenty of skirts. So, I mean, like pretty much free material. And then I went and scrummaged through, my bait pile in my boat and my remelt pile of the stuff that I, donate to kids to remelt for some likely candidates there. And then grab my scissors. So all we're going to do, so like here's one, right? Like a Yamatanuki, seems like a pretty cool, like I almost kind of feel like these really super small dice are a little smaller than I even want to do. So I'm going to make actually some pieces that are a little bigger for largemouth. So looking at like this Yamatanuki, I know this is going to be a heavy plastic, right? So I can cut these into some cubes of some sizes that I want. And we'll start there. And we're just going to make a variety of shapes and sizes. Try some different skirt colors, things like that. So you basically grab a little skirt material, slide it through one of these needles, just pull it through a little bit. Grab a piece. Here's one that I already got one through. And basically poke your needle through, pull it through. Then you can kind of manually adjust it if you want, get a little more centered. Obviously, you can trim all these when you're done. And we'll repeat this process a handful of times. If your eyes are getting a little bad like mine, you might want to use your cheaters for this process of threading them. That's a bonus tip. Make a bunch of dice, different colors, different materials. I'm going to try some ring fries, try some dinger type Senko type plastic. Kind of the looks of this BFE, this ringed part of the body, kind of a cool piece. Maybe even that round part. We're going to make a bunch of dice and see if we can go out and catch a bass. Here you can see I've made quickly in a few minutes kind of 2 bigger ones from the Yamatanukis, 2 from the ring fry, and 2 from like Senko dinger style. So that should be enough to try for this test. If we can't catch them on that, then maybe it's not worth the hype. Try it. Bluegill ate it. Engulfed my little dice. Not a giant. There's my first dice bass. I'm gonna try the medium dice, a little drop shot. Nice on the drop shot. Kind of got mushy and heavy. Not a giant, but a nice little keeper. Homemade dice. A lot cheaper than the store-bought dice. Show them something different. Got my little pack of dice here. Just caught one on the tiny dice. Let's try a little bit bigger dice. On my wacky rig rod. Something a little bigger. See if it gets their attention. I'll take off my wacky rig. Try a little bigger specimen, see if it gets their attention. Chomp that dice. Homemade Yamatanuki. So challenge, I did it. I caught some fish on the dice. Are they the end all be all? I don't think so. Do I think they probably catch more fish than a Senko? I don't know. For largemouth, not sure. Smallmouth, maybe certain situations, bug hatches, things like that. I don't know. But if you want to play with them, you can either go out and spend $4 or $5 a dice with the original, or you can spend a few minutes with some stuff you probably already have and go buy those little sewing needles for a couple bucks and make some and try them. And if you really love them and you want to get the good ones, go ahead. Either way, I'll put links down to the dice down below and the needle, and you can make your own. You can make your own choices. If you like tackle hacks like these and much more, make sure you check out this video on the screen right here next.